Alright, welcome back guys. Today we have bag number 19. We're doing the Wild West train. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but we're now at 674 subscribers. We went up 40 in a day and a half, which is insane. Alright, understand, I gotta open the bag. 1 second. I'm trying to tell the people what's going on. But we're at 674 now. Kind of crazy, but let's get straight back into... I gotta give Pumpkin a head rub. Hello, buddy. Anyways, back to the thing. 674. Let's open up the bag and let's get started. Plates, it's got to be the roof, gotta be. So let's see, let's put it in just like this. And today we'll put the microphone in the train car. Yeah, we'll have it in the train car today. So when we want to do snaps, we'll do some snaps next to the train car. There we go, nice and snapped in. And then we take a long piece. I think this is the super long piece. It looks like 3 passed, and this is 3 passed. Put it right in the center. Those kinds of placements wouldn't have snapped. That's just not the snappy type. But we do put the next base plate on, and it doesn't seem like the super long one, which means the super long one's gonna connect to this one here. Let's see how. But we flip it upside down. Let's see this. So you just flip it like this, and then 3 long brown pieces. Nope. A short and a long brown piece. Interesting. Perfect. And then this one seems to go just like this. So it's 1 stud over. And then this one goes 1 stud over as well. And it should look something similar to this. And then after we take the last one, flip it upside down, and we put one of these over here. Which means we're going to be connecting them like this. The hell? All right, why did it tell me to flip it over and then place it? What an odd choice. How many out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need these last 2, and then we need 5 studs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 5 studs, which should look like this. Interesting. So now we gotta just mimic that on this side, which should be quite easy. If I could just use my brain. Here we go. Perfect. Now what do? Take this plate, then we slap it on, and then we put the rest of them. Interesting. I never got to play, but you agree. Microman. Yes, sir. I'm always answering comments. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love to answer comments. And am I supposed to have another black tile? Is this a missing piece moment? No, it isn't. Interesting. Why does it say I need 4? I only see 3. Oh my god. This legitimately looked like a piece to me. Wow, interesting. Yep. All right, 3 and 4. We're just gonna skip that, but I'm always answering comments. So I like when you guys comment stuff. Now, I really don't like this placement. You see? What? No. This is unacceptable. So I'm gonna run away, and I'm gonna get a couple pieces to help us out. All right, so I'm back with more black 1x4s. Here we go. Now we flip it over and we attach it. Oh no, that is not long enough. All right, so we will be back one more time. All right, we're back yet again with green 1x6s. Listen, I know you may say this is not gonna mix the color palette, but trust me, it'll work here because this is underneath and no one's gonna see this. And you know what? Some color never hurt nobody in Lego sets. But now, structurally, way stronger, no longer flimsy. All they had to do was just add 2 more brown 2x6s. But they did not. Anyways, let's continue on. Now that we have our mistake out the way. And it says we gotta build out the gray area again. So it takes one of these and it goes on this end. And then we take the long stick and we put it on like this. Perfect. Now, ooh, here comes the fun. Now we're doing the roof. Here we go. This looks like fun. So we start putting it on this. Piece number 1, 2. That had a nice snap to it. If I could just put this on the right way. 3, and then we have 4. Wow, the snap on that one was nice. 4, 5. Something's not right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's why it's not right. I'm looking at this and I'm going, dude, there's no way. Now we have it stuck. Now we have to do the prying game. How would you even remove this? How would you remove a piece like this? It's gotta be like that. And then we have to remove this one as well. So it's 1, 2, 3. The skinny piece. And why do I keep putting these on backwards? The skinny piece. which, there we go, nice good snap. And then this colored piece. I've put every single one of these backwards so far. This piece. And then finally, we have this last piece right here. And now I assume we're probably gonna flip sides and do the same thing. Yep, just in reverse order this time. So take a nice big piece, put it on. And then we have the gray piece, put it on properly. And then we have another dark piece. And then we have a thin piece. Then finally, 2 more dark pieces. And we are reverse looking good. Can't wait to have this train car done. And then we can put it on the tracks and test it. That's the real goal here. And what do we got? But it should look something like this. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now, take the last 2 of the black 2x6s, maybe, and then we attach them. So, that was a good snap. Oh, that one was not. And Pumpkin, hello, Mr. Sleepy. Hi. He looks so happy in his little box. Look at him, so happy. Nothing can bother this guy. Now, we build out like this, and then we put this one on here, and then we move on to the next step, which is basically the exact same thing we did on this side, which means take one piece here, and then this one here. And then watch, we start building the roof again. No? Oh wait, no, we do. Just in a different spot than what I was assuming. How does that work? Oh, it's the shorter roof pieces. I'm looking at this so confused. This makes way more sense. 1, 2. And then number 3, Pumpkin is just, look at this guy. He's attentive to something. I'm sorry, does it not say to finish the roof? What? Interesting, so it wants us to put this off to the side. So we're gonna put it just like this for now. And just like that for now. And then we are gonna start building the windows. So let me build these windows and then we'll be right back when it's done. Pumpkin, it's just water, man, stay. All right, well, goodbye, Pumpkin. All right, we now have 8 windows. It's kind of interesting. They always give you an extra window piece, but I assume how often would you actually lose a window from here? Losing a window seems very odd, especially since once they snap into place, you really can't do anything with them. So it's kind of interesting that every time there's been a window, they've added an extra one. Very interesting. But anyways, we got all 8, so let's just zoom through this part. And I'm assuming they're going to be placed right over there. Yes, they are. So we're going to put it on just like so. Let's not put the roof on yet. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 windows in place. And they're all proper but this one. Interesting. Just like that. There we go. Now we have all the windows. See, I faced them with the screens on the inside, somewhat to give it more depth. You're gonna have to see it anyway, so why not give it depth? Because I think in the image, it's actually the other way, but I like it this way. Now, what are we building? We take the last gray piece and we attach one of these, and then we got some more of these. We have all these, but we're not using, so we're not. What is going on? Why are we not using this one? So we have 2 left over. It's going to be for something else, obviously, but what is it going to be for? Now, it wants me to put the roof on in this orientation here, which, you know what? We will oblige, and look at this, man. This is looking beautiful. This is looking so nice. The other ones go on this side. Look at that, I'm a genius. It's me and Maya. All right, there we go. I wonder if regular people talk to themselves this much. Probably not, but you know what? We ain't regular. Well, that's a mistake. It's supposed to be a thin piece, but whatever. I don't think it really matters, to be honest, because, you know what? I'm gonna put the white piece on this side. I know they have it on this side, but I'm gonna do mine on this side because here's my reasoning. There's 2 oranges on this side, and everything's gray on this side. Realistically, this piece should be here. It's just my opinion, or at least here. I have these switched around to have white then gray. You know what? We're gonna switch that out. Just because design-wise, I think it makes way more sense. And oh my God, these things are so difficult to take apart. These roof pieces they're really bad. They stay in place really well. All right, I had to bend that one out a little bit, and then bend this one out just slightly. Wow, that is super tough. That is literally super tough. So then like this is how I want the roof to be, because I don't like it the way they had it. We put this on, and then it says we put this on, and then 1 and 2. It looks like we're done the roof. This is it for the bag. This is it. Oh my God. Put this bad boy on. So sliding door, caboose. Oh, that looks so clean. Now let's get it attached. Where are we supposed to? Is it just like that? It can't be just like that. That looks attached now. Cool. So looking at this, we now have, yeah, that's not fully attached. That doesn't look fully attached. Looks loosely attached. So that looks now connected. All right, let me fix this up and then I will be right back for the end of this episode because I want the roof to actually work, which means we need to get it like this. We need to attach that piece to here, which finally means we need to attach this piece to here. Now everything should fit, but let's throw that into our little pile. And this should fit on top nicely like this. All right, so I had to just take off the black little railing pieces from all four sides and I just attached them to here the opposite way. That way it still looks like they're on, but this was giving a little bit of resistance when I was putting it on. And honestly, just having two on each side, I don't think is enough. I'm gonna have to get some more connection pieces and change this up a little bit because when you put it on, it's secure, don't get me wrong, but it's not as secure as I'd like it to be. And like, you really gotta push down to make sure you get the two connection pieces. And then when you look, just the slightest touch and it comes right off. But it's not like you're gonna be touching the train a lot or whatnot, but you know what? It's just one of those things where it's like, really? I like easy access on and off, but I don't like that much of an easy access on and off. But nonetheless, this thing's looking beautiful and it's kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie, this thing's pretty heavy. So this is gonna be a nice solid car. And I think in the next box, we're probably gonna be putting on the wheels on the underside, but this is what it's looking like so far. And we'll see you in episode number 20, basically halfway through.